You now tuned in to WUTP Radio. We're your hosts for tonight, Cool and Dre. You're now locked into Juvenile Hour.
What up, what up, what up again? So, okay, I'm not going to be really long today. However, I was inspired by some news that was some rather sad news that I had gotten. And it doesn't necessarily relate to what my particular message is for the day. However, it definitely triggered my thought processes and would encourage me to come back because I was not coming back no time soon. I promise. However, what I wanted to discuss or to convey and share from love is that I believe, and it is my argument, that stubbornness and willpower are synonymous. And I want to get into that explanation by way of a story. And it definitely surrounds addiction. It does. It's definitely, this is not, I said this in the last video I made. I am not here to, this is not my platform for some kind of AA, NA, whatever they call it. This is not a room. This is just me on my channel sharing love. In a nutshell, that's what I consider it. And it's not going to be very many of them. I have a lot more inside. However, at this point, I think it's necessary to mess around with this mic because I definitely want to be heard. I've had some people say to me that I wasn't able to hear you well. So I'm going to try to speak loudly into this mic and hopefully it'll work. So anyway, I want to talk about stubbornness and willpower. My stubbornness, and I am most definitely a very stubborn individual. Sometimes maybe even to a fault, I'd be the first to admit it. Thank you very much. However, in this particular case, it served its purpose. So I was in the trap. I was getting high, okay? I was. And what happened was I ran out. I ran out of the drug. Yes, I did. And I was in the trap, but the city that I lived in at the time, it was really an apartment, somebody that I met, in the life, mixing it up or whatever have you. And so it was about 7 of us. At any rate, everybody had the same thing in common. It was getting lived. It almost made me nauseous to say that. However, I got to keep it real with you. So what happened was I ran out. I was not going to ask anybody for anything. I don't have a habit of doing that at all. Those who know me well know she's stubborn shit. This girl is stubborn as hell. And you'll never know she need or want a thing because I'm working on it. Pray for me. At any rate, so I ran out, and what I decided to do was turn my back. I'm talking about all day behind me. And I didn't care because I'm stubborn like that. Turn my back, face the wall. And after what, I couldn't even tell you how long it was. But it wasn't easy. But I was stiff and I was determined. Nope. I don't care. And I wasn't trying to go, find no Vicks. I wasn't trying to do nothing. That's what we used to call it. Oh my goodness, have I got a lot of stories. And let me just say before I go there, I do not intend to get up here and start confessing, making this out of a channel that about addiction and all that, because this ain't that. I can tell you right now, this ain't that. I am a complete woman who at one point in her life was addicted, multi-addicted. Okay? but I don't live there anymore, and I don't hold that title. Now that could create a whole nother argument, of which I do not choose to indulge in at this time. But what my point is this: so I rolled over, and at some point in the night, I decided to leave. I had two big garbage bags of the things that I needed. Of the things that I needed. That was some clothes, some shoes, stuff like that, important documents, and those daggone antidepressants. I added that here because at some point later on, I'm going to revisit that. So at any rate, I had two big garbage bags full, and daylight came and was able to see. I got up, there's a couple zombies still hanging in there. Everybody's lighters eventually faded to black. Sorry about that. I do things. But I'm going to just keep it real. I'm not here to try to be somebody I'm not. This is who I am all day, every day. So I decided to leave. And at this point, I am all the way Olivia, okay, lost and turned out. Except I wasn't on my way to grandma's house. I decided I needed some help. So I went to my destination as I began to walk with both my bags down Central. Because I was in the bottoms. How about that? I'm not going to elaborate, but those who live in that county knows exactly where I was. Yeah. Central Sullivan. I decided to go to the net care. And when I got there, I gave the intake person my name, all of this information, boom, boom, boom. We went through the paperwork, and for some reason, this intake person found herself on the other side of the counter. And in 5 minutes, she was on this shoulder, my left shoulder, bawling. She was bawling. There was a situation concerning her daughter, and her mother. I remember that. Oh, my mom. Her mom had dropped her off work that morning. She took her daughter with her. She didn't have enough money to afford daycare. It was a horrible situation for her. I think that's the only thing that I can recall. Because I'm not going to say right at the moment I realized, but it was shortly thereafter. A few years shortly, that I realized that I was definitely there for a reason. And that is why I sobered up. Now, me being stubborn lined up, but with that soul at that moment in time needed. And it was whatever my spirit could bring her. I don't know to the day. And I don't believe I ever will know. But I got there. And she started just talking to me. And I was like, wow, it was all over. The lady was not only crying, bawling, she was tears snotting. Excuse my French, that word can time turn you off a little bit. But she was all tore up. I didn't have much to say to her. What do you say to a person? She just was obviously comfortable enough with me. Jane Doe to her. Yeah, she had my name. But I don't know her. And she done know me from a can of paint. I walked in off the streets, literally. Self, what do you want to say? I don't want to say admittance because I wasn't admitted, but I took myself. And what I'm getting at is she vented, she cried. All I know that I said to her was, it's going to be okay. I said, it's going to be okay. Yeah. Here I am, me, little old me. Completely, I was sober at the moment because that was not my last day. However, I was not under the influence at the moment. I let myself, me and my stubbornness, to not ask none of them. And look, we was kicking it all day. Everybody, like all the 7 of us were all together. We had a couple people in and out. You know what I'm saying? But it was the same individuals. I guess it was one of those places where I almost said his name. everybody wasn't invited. Laid back people, everybody, everybody wasn't tweaking like that. Crazy stuff. We can get into it another time. However, we chill and everything. So yeah, I was too stubborn to ask, and I wasn't going nowhere. I didn't feel like doing nothing else, so I got sober. As a result of that, I was led to this neck care facility because that soul needed whatever it was I brought her. Needless to say, after she finished, I had no more. There was nothing. It was a wrap. And I knew I was done. Let me remind you, I did not know, even at that moment in time, I had no idea that my mission was not mine. My mission was not mine. My mission was my job. I was used as a vessel for peace, as an addict. For this woman who, when I walked in, I wouldn't have known she was going through. She was going through at that particular moment. I never would have known that. I didn't know. All I did was walk my stubborn self in there. And I sobered up. Came down is what we say. And I'm sure that it was okay when she went home, if not, but only for that day. So what my point is, why I say stubbornness can definitely and most definitely be synonymous to strong willpower, is, I was strong enough to resist. And as a result, I was able to be a vessel for this soul who's out here needs somebody right then in that space. And I'm thankful. I thank God. Now, I'm going to be honest. I sat here and struggled with whether I was going to say that when it came to my head. I am a philosophy major, and I have consented to think a long, long time ago. And I do in my sleep. And just that moment, I almost said, I don't put God in it. But I'm going to put God in it. That word say, in all thy ways acknowledge him, and he shall direct our paths. So I got to keep it real. Like I said, and like I'm always going to say, I got to acknowledge the good Lord, because his hand is all up and through here. You hear me? All up and through here. I guess I want you to leave with this message, and that is, it doesn't matter who you are, where you are, where you're going, nor where you've been. If you have a determination to do better, somewhere inside, just reach and let God, and everybody will receive a blessing. I hope that woman did. I hope she did. And I hope you do too through that. So I'm going to go ahead on and close out and give a little bit. Hey, this is my boy right here. This is that Juvenile. He the man. And I don't own any copyrights. I don't want to get in trouble. I don't know how to do that yet, where they just say it's just a little bit of time. But I'm going to go ahead on and leave with this.
This is